them up and let them know we're not doing it. Send them a text or call them, whatever. Just tell them that we canceled it or something. Yeah, we about to go live, or we already are live, should I say? Shout out to everybody that's gonna tune in with us. Tapping in my good friend Mark Owens. For those of you that are not familiar, he is a Hall of Fame martial artist, boxer, and all of the above. So, all right, we got him in the room. I'm gonna tap him in right now. Fortnite accounts, thank you for checking in. We're gonna tap in my good friend, Mr. Mark Owens.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
I gotta sing dumpster.
Yeah, wait till we get there. Hey, Mark, for some reason it's not letting me send that request. Send the request from your side to go live. Go ahead, buddy. Trying to get this live. Hey, Mark, hit that little tab that says request, so I can bring you into my live. But for some reason, it's not. There we go. I got you now. Original Hurricane is in the house. Appreciate you for tapping in. I'm waiting for my guy. My beautiful wife just tapped in. Hey, Mark, you got to accept the request so I can bring you in on this live. We're going to touch on a lot of good subjects for all those boxing hopefuls and mixed martial art hopefuls. He's got tremendous amount of knowledge. This man is a Hall of Fame martial artist, retired boxer, champion, and everything he's ever done. I'm honored to be able to call this man my friend. I'm just waiting for him to accept it. He's already on the live. There we go. Hey, brother, turn the camera around. I can't see you. There we go. There's the man. There's the legend. There's the Hall of Famer. My man all the way from the United Kingdom. One of my biggest support systems throughout all my journeys. Mark Owens. Introduce yourself, brother.
All right, everyone. I'm Mark.
This man is a Hall of Famer. This man is an extraordinary individual, and I want you to share some of your knowledge with all of these boxing hopefuls and martial art hopefuls, and just let them know, what type of dedication it takes to be in this competitive lifestyle, because it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. You've got to give up a lot, and you've got to dedicate yourself 24/7. Really, you miss out on a lot of things, going out with your mates and drinking and this and that. Just get in the gym and dedicate yourself to your art, to learn your trade. It's your bread and butter, isn't it? But whichever one it is, martial arts or boxing, they both got what would you call it, disciplines, and you need to follow them, stick to them, and eventually you lose, you only learn, and you keep going, you get there in the end, you get the rewards out of what you're doing. It'll always pay back, and it always pays as well if you're a professional. Yeah.
And this is what I tell people. I tell people when they think about their losses, I tell people you can call it a loss or you can call it a lesson. They both start with the letter L. It's up to you which one you want it to be, a loss or a lesson, And through hard work and dedication, with hard work and dedication, you can improve in your craft and in anything that we do. When you're first born, you don't know how to drink out of a bottle. You don't know how to walk. but you don't give up trying to pick up that bottle. You don't give up, crawling and falling when you try and walk. So, it's important that people find that grit early on and learn how to dig deep. Let them share some of your background with your martial. You did the martial arts first before you did the boxing, correct?
Yeah, bro. I grew up in the English ghetto in Billingham. And I started off there doing traditional karate, which I did for a number of years. So I got me what you call black belt first dan. And then I give it up to go full contact on the professional scene, where a lot of it was in America. You couldn't get a lot of fights over here. Okay. So you had to travel to America to fight people like Alvin Prouder and that. He was a Golden Gloves champion over there in Los Angeles. And Kevin Brewerton, another kickboxing 5-time world champion, he lives over there. He was a great inspiration to me. Bob Sykes, another one. He'd fight anyone. He ran the MAI Martial Arts Illustrated magazine, Bob. Nice. And his motto was, if I interview you, I fight you. And he went all over the world. He even kicked Van Damme in the head. So they were great inspirations to me at the time. I was only young, and I was only like 12 stone. I was topping 12 stone limit. Nice. Sometimes 11. And it was hard, and I had a good run at the full contact karate, which is it's like kickboxing over here.
Let's be honest. You didn't have a good run. You had a great run, because a good run doesn't get you into the Hall of Fame. All right.
No, I won the international title, I won the British title first, then the international title. I did have a good run. I did well.
Great.
But
you're great. You are an example of greatness. You are an
example
of overcoming. Okay. Hall of Fame is not something that many people can talk about. And that
was brilliant, that getting inducted in that. I owe Bob a lot for that. Bob Sykes, he inducted me into that.
Shed some light on how did it feel to be nominated and to also be accepted into the Hall of Fame?
Oh, it was brilliant, bro. It was it capped my career off from full contact karate to professional boxing and amateurs. It capped it all off, and he did a big article in the magazine for me. And what capped it off for me all, I have a good friend who runs a gym over here, Gary Bell. He's a great trainer like yourself, and he got inducted into it, and that meant a lot to me when I seen him go in there as well. The same lad from the same town, and he does a lot for the martial arts and the fighters in this area, and he got inducted, and that made my day, that, because I inducted him.
Nice.
But I put him forward.
That's the way to do it, man. And like I said, man, your energy has always been genuine and vibrant. And I tell everybody, man, you're like a brother from another mother to me. You are, bro. You get these in, is it? Yes, sir. Robin Reed, man, healthcare. That's right. Get that in there, man. I personally do take them, and this man right here, Mark Owens, is responsible for my sponsorship and my situation with Robin Reed Healthcare. So thank you to you again. Thank you to you again for that, and thank you for Robin Reed for trusting and believing in the brand and what we can do together. And it's amazing that we're worlds apart. You're all the way in the United Kingdom, I'm in the United States, and yet we can still connect and just really treat each other genuinely as if we're actually together in family.
Brothers, well, I followed the Fig for a long time, the body banger.
That's right.
You know yourself, you broke a few ribs up in the ring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You've had your knockbacks and your injuries, but you've kept going.
Yes, sir.
And now you're giving your expertise to others, which is good. Bro, I'm finished now. I'm retired. That's it for me. I'm retired. My arms are shot. My hands are shot. Fitness. But I'm carrying a lot of weight these days.
You paid your dues, man. You did more. You did more than some people could even hope to accomplish. So you certainly did. You certainly paid your dues. And speaking on the training aspect, is that something that you would be interested in? Would you be interested in sharing your knowledge with?
Well, I did, bro. I trained privately for a number of years, and I ran my own gym. After I'd retired, I had my own gym over in Stockton area where I'm from, and I ran it for a number of years. And I teach privately, like yourself,
Yes,
and
sir.
I had to give it up after a divorce and a split and things, and lost the gym, and you know how it goes. Another knockback, another day, and then got to go down new avenues now, and like I concentrate all my energy into Robin Reed and his products, and I believe in them. I think we're going places, and we're doing well. And obviously, we're over in America with you.
Yeah, shout out to John Crosby in California. He's part of the family.
John, yeah, part of the family in California. The Cobra.
Yes, sir.
Great.
We have a good team. We got the Cobra.
Yeah, we've got a brilliant team, bro. We're in India as well. And I do believe that, well, there's things on the horizon. I wouldn't like to say, but there's things to come.
Yes, sir.
New
things. Yeah, everything comes with its proper time.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. I hope to get away so I can get me head in.
Can we get you to shed some light on because this is I take it as it's a beautiful story how you and Robin Reed became, good friends, because it started out in the ring and it's become a lifelong friendship, unbreakable bond. And this is the beauty of the combat world, of the competition. When we go back and forth, it's to show people it's not a personal thing, it's not a personal vendetta, it's a sport, it's a business. We're here to provide for our families, but at the same token, it is a brotherhood. So can you shed some light so they can understand,
when I was in the army, bro, I'm in the army, and Robin was a massive inspiration. He was a great amateur. He was in the Olympics, and he was a massive inspiration to me. He was skillful, he could fight, he was everything that I wanted to be in the ring. And I could never be at his level. But he beat one of the greatest, Joe Calzaghe. He beat him in his fight, as far as I'm concerned. But he never got the decision. As a lot of us never get the decision when we win. You know what it's like, bro. It's hard.
It's the politics. I'm glad you're touching on that, because you know business. You know the politics.
There's a lot of politics in boxing.
Yes, it is.
Especially if you're a journeyman and you travel and you're getting a phone call and you're just going anywhere, anytime, taking fight.
That's the difference from a person chasing a career and a person chasing the payday. That's the difference.
Oh, it's tough, bro. I did feel sorry for one world champion. I had a great fight with a world champion. He was the world middleweight champion, Wayne Pinder, from Manchester, and we boxed at Old Trafford, and I got a draw with him. And I felt he was unbeaten then, and it tarnished his record a bit. And I felt sorry, but that was probably the best fight I ever had, really. And it was brilliant. And I was surprised that I got the draw, actually, in his hometown.
Well, so all that tells me is that you got robbed, because if you get a draw in someone's hometown, that sounds to me anywhere else you would have had a win.
Maybe, bro. He was having an off day. He broke my cheekbone, actually. He snapped it in half.
Hey,
but I had some rough injuries in the ring, bro. I had a brain hemorrhage. That finished my career.
I'm glad you're touching on that, so people can understand the risks and the dangers of being in the boxing world. Can you shed some light on that and let them know the recovery process and how it affects not just you as a fighter, but the family and those around you when you're down and out like that?
Well, it's bad, bro, and I was really disappointed in the British Board of Boxing Control, because they never come to see me, or I had no compensation or anything. I just got a letter saying I couldn't reapply for my licence. So that was disappointing, because it was my livelihood. But other than that, the injury itself was bad. I was 6-7 weeks in hospital in an unconscious state. I had to learn to talk again. Got a wonky eye. It was bad. It was just... I'm glad the referee stopped it when he did. But I didn't know there was anything wrong with me, but I got back to the changing room and collapsed. And then from there, I never woke up for 6 weeks later. It was quite bad. A bleed on the brain. But I'm like what Gerald McLaren had with Nigel Benn, but not as vicious as that. So I was lucky, really, but it ended my career.
You know, that is a testament that you are here for a reason, because just last year we had 13 fighters die in the ring. We had another 7 die outside the ring. So the fact that you went through such a traumatic experience and you had to pick yourself up and learn how to talk again and get your motivation back, you know, that lets you know God has you here for a reason, my brother, and it's a privilege to be able to pick up the phone and contact you, my brother. It's a true blessing, and it's an honor to be able to have contact with you, and I appreciate the fact that you're always there to pick up the phone when I need to talk to you. Or
thanks very much, it's appreciated, the body banger.
Hey, a lot of people don't know about the body banger. They don't know.
No, you got a little fan base over here, bro, the body banger.
Well, but that's something I wanted to speak on, which is a beautiful. What I admire about the United Kingdom is you guys support all sports, and especially the boxing community. You guys are like tremendous when it comes to that. Over here in the United States, it's really hard to build a solid foundation. They like you today, they hate you tomorrow. You know, it's not about the long-term commitment. They don't see the hard work that a fighter has to put in and the commitment that he puts in to building a career.
Oh, it's tough, bro. Like I said, you give a lot up, you suffer a lot with your family. Training times, dieting, injuries. It's hard. Just getting your license is an achievement.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a lot that a fighter goes through, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You know, a lot of relationships get broken up because you know, you have a full-time fighter. He's committed to going to training camp 4 to 6 weeks every time, and then you know he gets focused, so he's away from his woman, from his kids. It's a lot. It's the lifestyle of a fighter is the loneliest lifestyle you can find, because when you're winning, everybody loves you, and when you lose, they forget about you, and that's just it's the saddest thing to see.
Well, do you know what I used to say, bro? I was in it for the I was in it for the money. Win or lose, I got paid. So it was a win for me, but I lost. It was the bread on the table.
That's how it
goes.
That's
what did it for me. I got me money.
And you got to do what you love. You got to punch.
And I've got to do what I love. Brilliant. but bro, belt ain't gonna pay the bills.
Hey, you know, and I tell people all the time, a belt don't make a champion. Okay, if you're a champion, you're a champion with or without that belt. The belt does not make you a champion. Okay, and people don't understand that, and you can shed light on that because again, you've been in that realm. You know, like myself, and like others. But if they haven't really experienced it, they think that if they got belts, they got money, and that's not always the case.
No, bro. And there's a lot steered to the top carefully. Fighters picked for him. It's like the Rocky film where his fighters were picked for him. It happens all the time. There's a lot of good fighters at the bottom that could beat the ones at the top. I've seen it, bro. And there's a lot of good fighters at the top take dives for money and they bet on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. They bet a lot of money on themselves and they take a dive and then they get a rematch. It's all money.
And from that rematch, they come back and they get their belt back and so on. You know, it's like we said earlier, it's the politics. It's the politics.
Definitely, bro. It's all about money. The promoters and the managers, they're the ones making the coin, not the fighters.
That's right. The fighters put in all the work, and they get a piece of the pie.
They see the Anthony Joshuas with all the money and sponsorship and stuff. They don't see the fighters that at the bottom of the pile struggling as a job, journeyman. Taking the fight. I mean, that fighters, bro, are as skillful as the champions. They've got to beat the fight every time to get through. They're a journeyman. They've got to get through the journey, the rounds, and they've got to take these fighters up and come and fight us through. You've got to be able to take them and do your stuff. Ready to get. If you get stopped, you're out of action for a while. That's no money for you, is it?
Yep.
You just got to think
that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. Balancing your real life. And you know, and your professional life, you know, being a fighter and being a husband, being a father, you know, being a friend, all of the above. Hey, I want to say thanks to everybody who's in the room with us right now, man. I got him pinned at the bottom. 90s Pros Boxer is his name on Instagram. His government is Mark Owens.
Yeah, follow me.
A good friend. He's from the United Kingdom, Hall of Fame. I mean, boxing. We're talking martial arts. Amazing person, man. Follow him. He's very supportive, shows everybody love, genuine guy. My good friend. So I just wanted to tell everybody thank you for, you know, checking us out And if anybody has any questions for the champ, man, for my friend, the Hall of Famer, man, this is the time you guys can ask questions, and he'll answer you guys to the best of his ability. We got my beautiful wife in the room. We got Alexandra Fig 87. That's my wife. We have Original Hurricane. She's in the house. We got Fortnite accounts. We got my brother Juan Philly. That's my brother. Same mother. He's in the house. Thank you for supporting. We got an OG gaming service in here. We got Warpath. This is a good guy, man. This guy, he's from New York, former I think like 3-time Golden Glove winner. He's a professional fighter now. He's undefeated, 3-0 with 2 knockouts. Brilliant. So, yeah, we've got shout out to Pate. I'm actually gonna start training his kids tomorrow. So appreciate you for.
I meant to tell you, bro. I had a bit of news for you. I was talking to Big Joe Egan today.
Okay.
You know Big Joe?
Yeah.
He used to be Mike Tyson's sparring partner. You've seen Mike on the pad's back. Well, Joe said to him 7 weeks ago, he said, Mike, you're going to smoking this weed, you've got to stop. Get back into it. And he got him back into it. And it could be on the cards. He's fighting Buster Douglas, like. He's trying to get into the UK. And there's going to be one in Japan, one in Spain or somewhere. And hopefully he'll make a lot of money for charity.
Nice. Yeah, I see him. He's working again, man. I'll get in there with Mike.
He looks as good as ever, bro.
I'll get in there with him, man. Just give me 8 weeks to get ready. I'll get in there with Mike, and that's no cap. So if anybody knows Mike's team and they can plug it, man, I'll go in there with Mike. Hey, Mark.
I'll tell the big man, Joe.
Let him know, man. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. I'll be ready for Mike, man.
The belly button's coming back.
Hey, they're asking you a question. The question is, what was your toughest fight? Martial arts or boxing? What was your toughest fight?
I was a lot better at the martial arts than I was the boxing, to be honest with you. I had some tough fights boxing. I wouldn't say it was one of the ones I lost. It was one of the ones that the one I got a draw with was a tough fight, to be honest with you. And a lad he beat, I boxed him, and honest, Fig, Rob, you wouldn't have believed it, right? It was like Rocky 2. It was stopped 1 second to the end. I got stopped. Wow. 1 second to go, and I'd won every round.
Wow.
Blood all over with a broken jaw, and they stopped it 1 second to go. I couldn't believe me luck.
Wow.
Yeah, bad luck. And all the army. I was in the army at the time. They were all from the watch. I was so embarrassed.
Wow. Well, that sounds like a bad call there. If you won every round and they stopped with 1 second to go.
If you actually go on YouTube, bro, you can see the fight.
Hey, we should work on work on getting you a book. We should write a book.
That'd be good.
You got so much knowledge and you got so much experience that I know. Put something together, man. I know it'll take off just because your knowledge, man. Your knowledge and your experience is priceless. You know.
Oh, thanks, bro. It's really nice to hear that. I've been around the block a few times, like.
What's that?
I've been around the block a few times.
Oh yeah. But that's the way that goes, man. That's the only way you learn. That's the only way you get experience is by going around the block.
Well, I'd say that's what makes you your experience, isn't it?
It's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about how many times you get up. And I'm looking at you right now, my friend. So you've gotten up.
Definitely, bro.
You've won. Okay, you might have lost the battle a couple times, but you've won that war. Okay, you're good. You're healthy, right? You got your health intact, which is priority. All right, with everything that's going on in the world, you got a home, you got your food, you got your family, right? So everything else is replaceable. Materialistic things are replaceable, but your health, when you was laying in that bed for 6 weeks, that right there, that's the scariest thing, because you can lose your car. Someone can steal your car. You can lose a job.
No, your health, bro. Yeah, your health.
That's all replaceable, but your health.
This eye, I can hardly see out this eye.
Really?
Since that, Yeah, since that injury, it's really bad. I have to wear contact lenses and glasses now.
Wow.
To read. Can't see to read. I can't see none of this on this screen. Oh, it's getting really bad. It only happened since that.
Okay. Now, do you deal with any like post-traumatic effects from your injuries? Do you have any like ongoing issues health-wise from your time in the ring and in the art?
Oh yeah, bro, my shoulder. My shoulder's. I've had an operation on my shoulder. It's still bad. I know Robin suffered really bad from elbows, bad elbows. No one knew he was fighting with broken hands and broken elbows, but he did.
Wow.
He fought.
True.
He suffered right through his career, yeah, Robin Reed. And we all go on with injuries. We don't let the people know because you don't want your opponent to know, do you? If they know you've got an injury, what they're going to do? They're going to make you use it. Or go, you know what I mean?
They'll make you. They'll get you replaced. They'll replace you.
So
I trust me. I understand why people go out of their way to say that everything is fine and things of that nature, because these guys, there's people that are literally looking forward to that next payday. They need that next payday, that next fight to take care of their family. So if your shoulder's bad, if you got a messed up elbow, you're gonna do what you gotta do for your family.
Definitely, bro. You've got to, like you say, it's your job, isn't it? It's your money.
That's right.
When you dedicate like that, you need the money. Basically, I'd wait for the phone call, bro.
Yeah. Stay ready. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Yeah, and I spent years like that. Well, it just shows I was walking around at 11 stone most of the time. As soon as I stopped boxing, I went up to 17, 18, like my natural weight, trying to diet all the time. It wasn't natural. But you'd have to do that to stay ready and fit. I'm not the tallest of people, so I couldn't be going in heavy.
Yeah. And I'm glad you touched on that subject too, because a lot of it's something I try to teach a lot of fighters now is setting yourself up for success after boxing, right? So like you have your gym, and you, like I said, you've paid your dues, you're established, but I'll keep going. Take them up and catch up. Yeah. I tell people all the time, you have to establish yourself for life after boxing. You have to create opportunities, because you can't throw punches forever. You can't fight forever, and these are things that people got to prepare for. Put some of that money away. Build relationships, get partnerships.
Yeah.
When you're done with boxing, and it's not just boxing. It's music.
It's hard, bro, when it's missing from your life.
You need something that when you stop doing what you're doing at that moment, that you can fall back on. And I try to use myself as an example at times with, going from fighting to training, operating a logistics company, just different ventures, different ways to get different streams of income. What's that?
You've got a lot of companies, you.
Yeah, well, you got to keep going, man. You got to keep going. You can't stop. You got to find
different
ways. You got to find different ways. None of them will make you rich, but they'll all keep you from drowning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, God bless you, bro. Are we going to see you hit the UK shores eventually?
When they open up these gates, we spoke about this already. We had something set up, but this is all crazy now. So when they open this up again, we on the way, man. I'm bringing a whole gang, a whole family coming out to the UK, man. And we're going to do what we got to do over there.
Oh, brilliant. We look forward to it.
I tell you what, I go to the UK, I'll take 2 to 3 fights for tune-up, and then I go take on Mike.
Are you heavyweight now, bro?
I can make heavyweight, no problem. I wouldn't want to, but I could.
No, bloody hell. The body banger breaking ribs in the heavyweight division.
We about the same height. Mike is 5'11", I'm 5'10", man. We're right there.
Same as Mike, bro.
Yeah, so we right there. Hey, you know what a Mike Tyson check look like?
I think I'd get in with him and all. With one arm.
Hey, brother, man.
Your son's big, though, isn't he?
What's that?
Your son, he's tall and big.
Oh, yeah. My junior. Yeah, he's big. He's bigger than me already, man. I'm gonna send them out there to you so you can straighten them out.
Yeah, we'll give him some discipline.
Yeah, tighten his ass up.
Brilliant. Oh.
Yeah. I appreciate your time,
there, bro.
I appreciate your time, bro. I know it's late over there. It's midnight over there, right?
Yeah, it is, bro.
It's midnight, man. So I let everybody know. Again, I got you pinned at the bottom, man. Make sure you guys follow the champ. My good friend Mark Owens, the Hall of Famer.
Thank you, bro.
90s
Respect.
pro boxer. 90s pro boxer. Anything you want to say to the people before we get off this?
God bless you all, and I love you all, and thank you very much for listening and your time. And
yes,
thanks, Coach.
We're gonna work on this book. You know what? We'll
Robert, take it away.
We're gonna get together. We'll do we could do a documentary, man. We'll do a mini movie, bro. We can put it up. Hey, seriously, man, we'll put it up. We'll take it to we could put it up on Netflix. There's a bunch of other streaming services, Hulu, Tubi, a bunch of places. Hey, we got Jack Roberts 2005 in the house.
Jack Roberts.
Yes, sir. We got Jack Roberts. We got
shout out.
Contender Jim in the house. Appreciate you guys for tapping in.
That's Gary Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, great lad, great lad. There's a lot for everyone around there, fighters.
Well, hey, and that's why I'm looking forward to getting out there, man. We can go over there.
That's one of the things that you'll be in, bro.
Yes, sir. You know, man, it's always love on this side, and we're gonna establish what we gotta get done. We gotta open up these borders first, so I can to get on the plane and make my way over there. We can continue this journey.
You still in Florida?
Yes, sir. Florida. You see, nice and sunny.
I know, yeah. It's been raining there, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You won't like the weather, do you, bro?
Hey, I'm from New York originally, so I don't mind the cold.
The Bronx.
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx. You know the.
Yeah, I know you're from the Bronx.
They don't know, but you know the history.
Yeah, the Bronx.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Started off tough.
Hey, Brian Carrington says, "Well done, champ."
Brilliant, Brian. Legend. Total legend.
Nice.
Top businessman. Was a gangster.
Elizabeth
Brilliant.
Delgado says, thumbs up. She says, hello.
Hello, bro. I can't see no writing, like, bro. I can't.
Yeah. That's why I'm reading it. So I know you can't see it. That's why I'm reading it to you, bro. Yeah, I'm reading them to you.
Someone sent a love art.
What's that?
Someone sent a love art.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of love going up. We got Brian Carrington says, Mark is a gentleman and a proper man of respect.
Oh, cheers, Bri.
We got Level Meme in the house. They're waving at you. They're saying hello.
Hi, everyone. From the UK, we love you.
Got any questions or anything to say to the champ before he goes to bed? It's currently 12:17 a.m. in this side of the world. So if anyone has anything to ask the champ or just to say to the champ, this is the time to say it.
I'm sat on me bed, bro.
Look at that. He's ready for bed.
I'm ready.
He's gonna take his shirt off and roll over. It's my brother, my friend, man. I love you, bro. Thank you. I
love you, bro. God bless.
Yes, sir, man. Get some rest. We'll talk again soon, buddy.
Thank you very much, Rob.
The body banger, Mr. Owens. We're gonna take over the show.
Thank you, Rob. See you later, bro.
Yes, sir. Get some rest.
Good luck. God bless. You'll cut us off. I don't know how you do it, bro. I don't know how you turn it off.
Yeah, I got you, bro. Have a good one.
And you, bro.
That was my friend, my good friend, a great support of mine. He's been a part of the movement for a long time. He supported the brand before I knew it was a brand. At a point when I felt like I wasn't gonna box anymore. You know, he came into my life as an inspiration and as a motive. I didn't realize that what I was doing here in the United States, I didn't realize that it reached the United Kingdom. And I remember when I first got in contact, I told my wife, I said, yo, I got people in the UK and they're telling me not to stop. And it was like a little bit like mind blowing. I thought it was like bogus, like it was jokes. And but it was just consistent and the follow up, and then we connected. And it's very humbling to know that, you know, your hard work, when you least expect it, when you think nobody else is watching, there's somebody out there rooting for you, somebody out there wanting you to win. So whatever you're doing, don't give up. Whatever you're doing, don't give up, man. You just never know how close you are to success. You never know how close you are to that finish line. All right, so it's not over till it's over. You know, this man, he paid his dues. He worked extremely hard to like I told him, you know, he's humble, so he calls it a good career, but I say great career because you don't get into the Hall of Fame by being good. You don't get into the Hall of Fame by being okay or mediocre. You get into a Hall of Fame for being great. Okay, only great boxers, martial artists, basketball players, football players, etc. Only they make it to the Hall of Fame, and it's a privilege, and it's a blessing to be able to have someone like that I can contact at any time. And I call this man and he'll answer my phone call, you know, and it's a true blessing, and I appreciate just being able to just pick his brain at times and get a lot of his wisdom. And as you guys see, he's an open book. He didn't get on here and try to hype it up like, oh, he never lost. No, he told you guys pretty much everything there is to know, the ins and outs of this industry, and why it's so ugly, and it's why it's so dangerous, but at the same token, why it's so beautiful. You know, connecting people all over the world. Him and Robin Reed, they competed when you know, at one point, and they were able to make, you know, get beyond all of that, and he was able to get together and create this brand, which is Robin Reed Healthcare. And thank you again, Robin Reed, for, you know, believing in the brand and making me a part of the family. I'll be posting up some products, so anyone in the States that want to test out the product, I stand by it. I personally take the multivitamins. I feel better. I get up at times before the alarm clock. When the alarm clock goes up, I get up. There's no more snooze. My wife uses the Venom cream, and she tells me she likes the way it feels, the texture. I mean, you put it on, it's not creamy, it's not oily. It's a great product. So I'll be posting that stuff up as well. And Just Frank one just tapped in. Appreciate you for checking in, Frank. And yeah, man, I wanted to just get this segment in because this was something that I felt that a lot of the fighters that follow me needed to see and hear, because, you know, you don't get these inside tips. What you get is you get the Mayweathers showing millions of dollars. You get you know, the Agent Broners acting a fool, you know, and things of that nature. And that doesn't really shed light on what this industry is really about. Agent Broner is always on an up and down roller coaster simply because he doesn't have real people around him, the people that are looking out for his best interests. And I'm not taking stabs at the man. I've always said I felt he was one of the greatest naturally gifted boxers to step in there, but he lacks the discipline. He's not focused, and you see it. He puts on posts speaking suicidal. Why does people that think money is gonna change your life for the better, sometimes it makes it worse, because before he had all that money, he was always smiling and having a good time, and Pops brushed my hair, and I haven't heard him say that in a long time. In fact, I haven't seen his Pops in a long time. So, you know, money sometimes does more damage than when you don't have it. And when you get it too fast, you don't got people around you to keep you grounded, that money will bury you. Sometimes mentally, most importantly, spiritually, because you could be physically alive but spiritually dead. And that might be too deep for some people. And I just want you guys to understand that all of these things that you see on TV with the fighters, there's a lot more behind the scenes. He said it himself the fighters are getting crumbs. It's the managers. It's the promoters. That's why you see these guys and they'll tell you the numbers for the event, for the venue, but you don't see every fighter bragging about how much money they made, you know. And why is that? Because not everybody's making that money. So just keep that in mind. So for all the boxing hopefuls, anybody with the mixed martial arts, anybody that, you know, is aspiring to be a fighter, I don't want you to be discouraged by this. I just want you to take from this and be better prepared and have more knowledge about what it takes to make it in this industry. This is not for everybody. I say all the time, you can't play boxing. It's very serious. People get in that ring and don't come out. And when they don't come out, they leave their entire families behind. They're all the loved ones. If they have children, they won't never see their dad or their mom again. Their parents may never see their child again. This is stuff that really hits home because I'm a family man myself. I'm married. I got a wife. We got four beautiful boys. You know, my mom. You know, I got my brothers. I got siblings that, you know, people that generally care for you. And sometimes we get caught up doing what we want to do, and we don't think about how our actions will affect them. Kevin said to treat the fighters like gladiators, and that's the truth. That's the truth. But the sad part to that is that the fighters allow that. You know, fighters they accept these small they accept these small purses. They accept these last minute fights. They tell them to take a fight short notice, and they'll take it. You know, tell you got to gain 5 pounds, you got to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, and these guys will do it because they want to get paid. And the end result is not always in your favor. So these are things that you have to take into consideration, man. You know, what good is $20,000? You know, people don't know the average burial cost is $10,000. So if you get a proper burial, you only got $10,000 left for your kids, for your wife, for those dearest to you. And regardless, even if you left $10 million behind, no amount of money will be able to compensate for the amount of grief that they'll have to deal with forever. So peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Hope you guys got something out of this. I'm glad you can agree with me, Kevin. Hey, would you like to go on live and share some of your thoughts before I get off this live? Hey, how's it going, Kevin?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, man, appreciate you for tapping in, man. I'm getting schooled as we speak, man. Thank you for getting on with me. It's a privilege to be able to speak with you. Mark just tagged you in here. He's letting me know you're a 5-time world champ. So thank you for joining my live, man. I appreciate the support.
It's great to be here. I like your message. I like it.
Thank you. So what's your what's that?
What was my kickboxing?
Kickboxing? Cool. Oh yes, so you had the best of both worlds all at once.
That's right.
5-time world champ. So so I gotta ask you a question before we continue. Which title meant the most to you, the first or the last?
That's a great question. Oh man, you know, they all have their special moments, but I think the first one was the most important one for me because it's when your accumulation of all your dreams come true for the first time. Everything that you've strived for in your life is all in that one moment. So that one was like, it's like being crowned for the first time. You know?
Yeah. It's like they say, you only get one first impression, so you can only be a new champion one time.
That's right. That's exactly, yeah. But you know what? There's something about it as well. The first one is you got more freedom the first time because there's no expectation on you. You're the underdog.
True.
And after that,
that's true.
That's more pressure all the time. But it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Well,
it's good though.
I think it comes down to the individual. I think it's about the individual. If you actually take that as motivation and allow it to drive you, or like some people, they become champions, feel like they made it, and they kind of like fall off the hinges.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know the psychology. You're absolutely right. For sure. Yeah.
So what's your take on the on the what's that?
Go on.
Oh yeah, no, I was asking what's your take on the current state with with fighters in general and the way they approach this. I mean, I understand we all have to make a living, we all have to make money, but if you can give them some advice, what would your advice be in regards to better fight choices?
Yeah, I mean, I would just agree with what you're saying, because what you're saying is very educated, and I think fighters have to remember. I remember when I was first in the early parts of my career, you got to remember that the fighter has all the power.
Yeah,
the fighter has all the power.
If the fighter doesn't show up to fight, there is no fight. And
exactly,
and,
you got the power.
On my last segment, I was telling the fighters that I don't know why they sign contracts to a manager. The manager works for the fighter. The fighter doesn't work for the manager. And this is a message that I try to plug into all the fighters that I encounter, because I see guys saying, "Oh, I can't do this because of my manager." Well, unless your manager is financial level and he's making sure that you're good to go along the way, then I can understand there being a contract in place between you and that manager. But when fighters say, "I gotta run this," and my manager says I have to do this or take that fight, that's not 100% accurate, simply because the manager works for you. If you don't get paid, if you don't accept the fight, the manager doesn't get paid.
That's right, exactly. And sometimes the manager's trying to just milk as much money as they can get, because you're a product.
Yep. So, you can always tell who they're really invested in. That's
right. So it's really important. You see, this is the problem. This is the thing with the fighter. It's a problem, but it's also a gift, because fighters are ego driven. So a lot of times to get certain fights and to get the kind of press and the notoriety and the fame that comes with it, so that's like a drug in a way, because you crave that as much as you crave the money. But sometimes if you're getting a lot of press and a lot of you can take that as, sometimes a fighter can feel that is part of the reward, but it's not. The financial aspects have to be right in place. It's if you understand,
they have to be able to find balance. It's what the fighters need to do, and I know exactly what you're saying. They need that balance.
You said it. Yeah, you said it. You said it. So you said it easier. I'm sitting here. You said it so much easier.
No, it's good. You're giving a very in-depth look and a proper understanding, because sometimes giving someone just a straightforward response is not enough. Some people can't gravitate to that. They need to take a step-by-step breakdown. So it's good that you break it down that way.
Yeah, that's good. The conversation's great. I mean, that's what's good. We fighters need to be having these conversations, because it just opens up the consciousness, because fighters are like, what I mentioned when I typed in earlier, like fighters are like gladiators, like we're just a few steps evolved than ancient Rome, where you're fighting for your life and you don't get anything, but maybe you'll get your freedom. Really great. But like, we're just a few steps forward in evolution, so you gotta remember that, because we're fighting for. You gotta remember what you're fighting for.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Everybody has a different.
I really like. Everyone has a different perspective. That's why I like fighters.
Yeah, everybody has a different motive.
Totally. It's so hard sometimes though, when when you're in the 20, when you're just starting out as a fighter, and you kind of like, you're getting all the fights lined up, and you're getting all the fame and the money and the girls and the women, the whole thing, and it's like you never, you think you're immortal, and you feel like you're never ever gonna need anything because you're on top of your game. So it's like, it's hard sometimes to educate fighters when you're in that, because you feel invincible. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of that comes from just not having that right individual. Sometimes people don't understand the importance of having a good team. Someone that is, regardless of what is going on, that they're gonna tell you the truth. So you got fighters like Keith Thurman, for example. They said he was drinking and gambling the night before he was set to fight Manny Pacquiao. So what was the rest of his camp doing? Where were they at? Who was supposed to be responsible for grabbing him and saying, "Get your ass in that room, go get some sleep. You got the biggest fight of your life tomorrow."
Yeah.
Where was that person at?
Yeah.
Because everybody's getting paid.
That's right.
They're all traveling private jets. They staying at the best hotels. They eating the best food, and they're not there to really give him real support. They're just saying yes. And sometimes there's got to be a no in there. Sometimes you got to be able to tell that person, no, this is not what we're doing. This is not what's best for you right now. And if you don't have that in you, then your team is flawed. You're only going to be as good as the man next to you. So if I'm the one pulling all the weight, once I fall, who's pulling the weight now? And that's where you really need a strong team. We need to be equal. There's no I in team. And people say that and they don't really understand, what that is. We have Annie M.
That's
in the room.
word.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, so true, and I appreciate it what you're saying, because that's the bottom line. If you don't have a strong team, forget about it, because that's what's going to keep you. That's what's going to get you where you need to be. Yep.
Well, hey man, I'm humbled, man. Like you're a 5-time world champ, man, and I'm actually disappointed that I don't have history on you, so I could boast for you, But
problem, brother.
If you like to shed some light, on people, I have you pinned at the bottom, so everybody make sure you guys check him out, Kevin Brewerton. I'm gonna make sure I follow you myself when we get off this live, and if you want to shed some light on these people, your record, and
Yeah. Okay. Well, sure. I'll just give you a quick overview right now. 5-time world kickboxing champion, light heavyweight champion. I fought all over the world, UK, Europe, USA, and in sport karate, I was one of the original guys, one of the people that one of the people who went forward, so career in terms of fighting, so it's been good. But you can check. I'm out on Facebook, and on the internet. Just look it up.
Yeah, just let the people know. I just look up your name, Kevin Brewerton, and they'll be able to find you that way.
Yeah, Kevin Brewerton. Yeah, I'm an artist as well, so you'll see art, you'll see martial arts, because I put them all together. But my brother, I love. I just want to say I love what you said. It's great what you're doing. This is awesome. This is great.
Thank you, man. Coming from yourself, a 5-time world champion, man, is humbling for me. And if what I'm saying can reach you and you can feel it, then it lets me know that what I see and what I feel and what I do is right. So I'm humbled. I appreciate you giving us some of your time. What part of the world are you in right now? You in the UK as well?
I'm in California. I live in LA.
Oh, okay. So it's 4:40 over there. I'm actually in California quite often, so I'll see if I can get in touch with you. Maybe when I'm on that side of the country, maybe we can get together and do like a small sit down or something.
That'd be great. Where are you now? Where are you located?
I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. So when you come, definitely when you come out here, we'll get together. Yeah. That'd be great. And thanks to Mark for connecting us, because I think Mark connected us just now, didn't he? Was that? Yeah. So thanks to
that'll work,
him.
man.
He's a warrior.
Mark is a great guy, man. Yes, sir. You're a true warrior, man. Just like yourself, man. Yeah, and like I tell everybody, man, I'm blessed to be able to, have this type of connection with other people in the fight world itself. Because our community is the loneliest community out there. When, like I said earlier, when you're on top, you're on top.
Mhm.
But when you hit that bottom, man, there's no getting up.
That's for sure, brother. That's for sure. Hey, man, it's great. I'm going to jump off the call now. It's been great chatting with you. Look forward to seeing
Okay.
you in the future and hearing your voice
Likewise, man.
more. Okay? All right. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir.
God bless.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Have a good one. God bless.
Likewise. God bless.
Likewise. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is the beauty of it. 5-time world champion, kickboxing world champion, man. Thank you, Mark, for connecting us. Make sure you guys check out Kevin Brewerton. I got some research to do on my own. Like I told him, I didn't have any background. I felt terrible, speaking to a person of that caliber and not having any history on him. But I will do my homework. I will work something out where we can get something going, and I could do a real breakdown with him. But appreciate your time, Kevin. Appreciate everyone that's been in this live. It's been amazing. I hope you guys took some information from this. I hope this is helpful. You guys just heard from a Hall of Famer and a 5-time world champion. So I don't know what more you guys want from me. I don't know how much deep I gotta dig for you guys to start to understand that the message is real. I'm not trying to scare nobody. I'm just trying to prepare you for what's on the other side. What's really going on in this industry. And yeah, man, this is look, he was called Jedi. So if you know what a Jedi is, and you know how serious that is. But before Instagram decides to kick us off live, I'm gonna sign off properly with you guys. Coach Fig. Some of you know me as the Body Banger, like my man Mark was elaborating on it earlier. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is an amazing conversation. Stay tuned, man. We'll be back with another segment next week. I got some more professional fighters that'll be tapping in. I got some fitness instructors from around the world that are gonna chime in and give you guys an in-depth breakdown, give you a lot of tips on how to attain your goals. And free. This is all free. Knowledge is only powerful if you apply it. If you apply the knowledge that you have, that right there will take you to the next level, right? Like the saying goes, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for that day. But if you teach him to fish, he'll eat forever. And I just want you guys to really digest this. Again, thank you for your time. There's a lot of other things you could be doing right now, and you guys are tuned in. I'm humbled for your time, appreciative for your attention, and just stay tuned. And look forward to seeing you guys next week. Love, blessings, peace. I'm out.